Hello, 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 hello. I go by Bunny, which is a childhood nickname given by my sister, and I like style, and I like Pokemon, hence the little clefairy here. And regarding the fact that I like style, yes, I do, but also I am here in my sweatpants, which these are nice and pink, and I love this candy pink color, but I'm gonna talk about these sweatpants a bit later because they are kind of part of the video. But guys, like, I like relaxed style and clothing. Even though I like style, I also like to be comfortable. Anyway, you're probably wondering, why is this woman talking here? This was supposed to be a vlog, or a mini vlog at least. The footage will come. I'm just doing a little bit of narration here, so I'm just gonna talk you through the vlog footage as I remember it, because I'm not obviously recording on my desk. But the thing is, I just can't really talk while filming. I don't have a mic, so when I'm filming in public, you can't really hear my voice that well. So voiceover or like narration over the footage is what I'm gonna do right now. So let's start with that. This whole Helsinki trip, which I did go to Helsinki last weekend with my partner, was because we had tickets to see the Lion King concert, or the music of the Lion King. I was very excited to see that concert, and I will give a review or something like that in the end of this video. But all in all, obviously the music is amazing. It's Hans Zimmer, Le Bohème, Elton John, so great music and great orchestra. The conductor was Ukrainian support. It was amazing, but there was odd things happening as well, so I'm gonna talk about that later. Now, the concert was on Sunday and we went on Saturday just to have a little nice weekend getaway. The hotel was, first of all, amazing. The room was quite spacious, and overall there were the amenities that I want there to be. So there was a tub, and I don't have a tub at home. Like, we have sauna. I'm Finnish, so we have sauna at home, but I would like to tub. Like, I just want to be in the water and, I don't know, and chill. So yeah, but since I don't have that at home, when I'm in a hotel, I really enjoy if there's a tub. Although I didn't use it because the hotel also had a pool, and I didn't take my swim costume with me because I did want to go for a swim, and I did, and that also was amazing. Now, first thing, I didn't pack in a way that I should have packed because it was a warm weekend. It was 10 degrees Celsius, which is warm for us for this time of year. But I forgot that there is a very chilly wind in Helsinki because it's by the sea, obviously, and where I am, we have kind of a archipelago situation covering us from the sea in a way, so it doesn't get as windy here. But Helsinki is quite windy city, so it was cold. So I wasn't really a fan of my outfit, but hey, you gotta keep warm and do what you can do. But anyway, we had to do some secondhand shopping. I had a plan to go at least to Penny Lane. Penny Lane was closed, which was a bummer because that should have been like a very curated vintage shop, and the opening hours said that it would be open on Saturdays until 3 p.m, but it wasn't. So I don't know what's up with that. We continued our journey and went to the second store, and that was amazing. Everything was curated by color, and that was fun thing. So you can just go to whichever nook in the shop that you see that, like, where the color matches your vibe, and see what you find there. I tried a bunch of things on. I found this very lovely Marco Polo shirt that had like a very thin stripe going down, and the color green was very unique. I really liked it. it was okay. I actually would have even got it, but it sat a bit funny on my back, like because it was like a little bit tighter around the hips. So then it left like a weird space in the fabric in the back. So I don't know, that's why I didn't get it, because it wasn't that affordable either. It was like 30-40 euros, so you know, for a second-hand item, even though it would be branded, it was quite a bit of money. So didn't get that, but I actually did try that on twice because I liked that. I liked that so much. Then I also tried Levi's jeans, which I am always searching for a perfect vintage or second-hand pair of jeans. I have my favorite pair from silver, but you know, I like to try Levi's on. With Levi's, it's the sizing is a bit off, and it depends if you're trying a pair that is new or an older pair. Even though it would be the same style, the sizing varies like a lot. It's funny because usually there isn't enough room around the hip area, but when you go up a size, there is way too much space everywhere, like waist gets bigger and bigger. So I tried this pair that was actually very, I don't remember the waist size, it was probably like 29, which is like too big of a size for me. I actually very recently thrifted a pair of Levi's. I think it was in that pair that I thrifted, not from Helsinki. Before that, I think the waist was actually 29. So, but it was fine everywhere else. I have now washed them in quite high temperature, so I'm gonna see how they fit, and I might like add a button so I can tighten them up. I can't speak. So I can make them a little bit tighter around the waist, but the hip area like sits fine, so all right. But anyway, this pair that I tried in Helsinki, it wasn't fitting nicely. Then I found this beautiful dress. It just, I don't know, the coloring was nice, the pattern was okay, but it was just something was off. I really like the fit of it. The waistband was quite high. It was almost like an empire waist, and it was fitting a bit tighter on there, so I don't like that. I don't like anything feeling too tight on my body or squeezing me, so that was already no for that reason. But that was a nice dress and quite beautiful. Then I found another pair of jeans, but these were way too low-waisted. Like, I like a low waist, like a regular waist. Super high waist, I don't want that. Like, a regular waist is best for me and my proportions. I don't even mind a lower waist, but these were just way too low. However, I found another nice blue t-shirt from Marco Polo, and the fit was a bit more snug compared to the other one, but it was fine. It was again not my favorite, and again the cost was around 40 euros, so too much to spend on something that I didn't like love. Then I tried on this Marimekko dress, which the color of this dress was amazing, but the fit, no. It wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't good. Not my favorite. My favorite piece that I did try on was this beautiful sage green dress, and this is a perfect fit in a dress for me personally. I like an open neckline, I like straps that are not too close to my neck, and I like a slight waist definition, and this was just a beautiful dress, and it was linen. The issue was that it didn't fit perfectly. At the front it looked very nice, but then when I turned, there was just loose fabric in the back, so not a perfect fit, and also the bust area didn't fit proper, so I didn't take that one either. Sometimes you could really make a garment fit perfectly if you just altered it by yourself, but I'm not great altering, so I would have had to take in this to my tailor. But since I already have clothing pieces there for tailoring, I didn't want to buy a new piece that I also would have to bring to a tailor, so yeah, that was a no. So I didn't get anything from secondhand shops, and that was a bummer because Helsinki has a lot to offer when it comes to secondhand shopping and vintage clothing, but this time I didn't find anything. However, there was also a cafe attached to this store, and that was bomb. Like, that was so good. I just had black coffee, and also I wanted something sweet, so I opted for a banana bread. It was delicious. After secondhand shopping, we went to the very center of Helsinki city because there is this clothing store which sells Finnish brands and, you know, ecological, well, ethically made is a better term, ethically made Finnish brands called Miela, and I had a gift card, which is why we went. So that is where these sweatpants come in. Guys, I have been looking for another pair of sweatpants, because I have only one pair that I use, and I use sweatpants quite a bit. I'm a sports girly. I use sweatpants a lot. I like to be outdoors. I like to walk in nature. Trainers and sweatpants are what I like to wear. And yes, I'm someone who likes style and like fancy outfits, vintage clothing. But I also love my basics, you know. Whenever there is a flared leg, for some reason, the length of the garment is way too long. And that actually was the case with these as well. But after washing these, actually they did get a bit shorter, and also you can roll the waistband, which is a good thing. But, you know, the store, the Miele store, that's expensive because, you know, the price goes up when it's Finnish design, also made in Europe, also ethically made. Every brand in Miele store, I think, are considered quite ethical, so that always hikes the pricing up. So because of the price, these sweatpants would not be something that I would have purchased with my money if I had to pay full price, you know. But the gift card got me 80% of the way, so I wanted a pair of nice sweatpants, you know, something very everyday wear for me. Obviously the store had a lot to offer, but I really like the basics of this brand, which the brand name is Mainio. I also like the color pink. Pink is my favorite color, so, you know, it was a perfect match. These are a sweatband without pockets though, and that is like, why there isn't pockets? Like, I am always trying to put something in the pockets and they're non-existent. But anyway, like the color, it's very like candy pink-ish. Quite bright, but still, pink is a pink, you know, in my books. Pink is a pink, and I love a pink color in any piece of garment. And then there was one more store we had to go because we just wanted to open some Pokemon cards. Now, I have never purchased a pack as an adult before this. I have been gifted one pack, like with 3 cards in it, but this was the first pack that I purchased, and it was a perfect order one. And we went to dinner, and actually after that I went for a swim. It was very lovely. And then we opened the Pokemon cards, and, you know, I'm not a pack opener. I don't even know how to properly rip a pack. I definitely showed them very wonky, you know, because I wanted to keep it a surprise from myself also, so I just, you know, flipped them in a very weird way. So the final card is usually where you can find the potential chase card, or like the pull in that pack. So that was the first card that I turned because I did it, I guess, the wrong way, you could say. But there was Aurorus, and I actually really liked the Aurorus card that I got, so that was a win. That is gonna go in my binder. The rest of the cards, I don't really care for them, and this is why I don't really buy any packs, because that's just not worth it to me. I like to buy singles for that reason, so I know what I put my money into, you know. I get what I want with the money that I use, and packs are just way too expensive and way too unstable use of money, personally, for me. I understand that it's very fun to open the packs and show them, etc., but that's just not for me. I like to buy singles, and I love to visit, you know, card expos. That's like my favorite way to buy Pokemon cards. Now, of course, my partner, you know, he also got a pack, and he collects Snorlax. The only card he cared in perfect order was this one Snorlax card. One Snorlax card, and of course he gets that from the pack. Good for him, a new Snorlax. Yeah, but that was like a fun experience. We wanted to open packs together, so it was good. It was good. breakfast at this hotel was amazing. The vegetarian selection, it can sometimes be a bit lacking in hotels. There may not be warm vegetables or warm options that are vegetarian, but this place had warm mushrooms and other vegetables and beans, and overall it was a very good selection. So you know, this hotel was a very good experience. After that, it was time to get ready for the Lion King concert. This outfit I had obviously planned before. I was taking it a bit literal because I wanted to wear my leopard print skirt. Leopard print is a neutral to me. Not a fan of my shoe choice, but I just had opted to go with my snake print boots. So, you know, that's what I got. So that's what I wore. Yeah, maybe not my favorite outfit or styling options, but it doesn't always have to be perfect. It's fine. The concert itself, look, it was beautiful. The music was beautiful, as I mentioned earlier. The music of The Lion King is some of my favorite piece of music composed. The score is amazing. They mostly performed music from the first and second animated movies. And then there also was at least one song from the live action movie, the one that Beyonce performs. Spirit, yeah, that's it, Spirit. I have to say, the first issue, it's not really an issue, but you know how concerts usually have these days like a visual thing as well. So, you know, you see a video footage to bring something more to the concert experience. And I am not up against that at all. I noticed very quickly that they were using a lot of, well, not a lot, but only generative AI. That bugged me a lot. First I was, is this from the live action movies? But no, it was generative AI and it was bad. And in the break I noticed that other people were talking about that as well. It was bugging me a lot, and I think there has to be like a licensing issue or something that they had to use it and scrap it together like quite fast, because I don't think in a million years an orchestra like this with beautiful, amazing singers from France, from the UK and from the US, amazing voices, why would they opt to use generative AI in their concert if it wasn't out of necessity? If something went wrong with, I don't know, licensing or something, has to be something like that. That was the only thing that really bugged me, but then I just tried to concentrate on the orchestra, the singers, the conductor, the choir. Everything was very good. Also, I'm not against a little bit of crowd involvement in concerts, and they really wanted to get the crowd involved. That's okay. But I also don't really like when there's pressure to be involved or do something. I can clap, you know, I can wave hands, but when they are asking you to clap or dance and stand up and wave your hands and etc., sing, and mind you, I like to sing, but people like to enjoy music in different ways and in their own ways. And when you pay for a concert ticket that was not cheap, by the way, I just would appreciate if everyone can enjoy concerts and the music the way that they like to. Just sit down, just close your eyes and listen if you want to. And closing your eyes, you know, then you don't have to look at the generative AI thing. And other people who like to participate, you know, stand up, dance, that's fine too. Like, that is okay. But when the encouragement starts to be a bit pushy, you know, that's the tiny bit that I didn't appreciate either. But it wasn't like too much at all. It wasn't too pressured, but I remember thinking at some point, I was like, just let me enjoy the way I want to enjoy. All in all, the concert was amazing. It was really good, and I love the Lion King music. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, and I remember as a child watching Lion King like repeatedly. I think Lion King and Aladdin was like two of my favorite Disney films, and then I don't know, I guess Tarzan. But Lion King has always been like number one, and I've seen the musical in London several times, and that is a beautiful experience. But yeah, that was my little weekend. Nice little trip to Helsinki. So thank you for watching this mini vlog if you did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!